Welcome back, it's Morgan and Josh here, and today we are gonna get Morgan's reaction to the top 15 of the worst things about living in Scottsdale, Arizona, according to Chatgpt.
Oh boy.
Now this list is gonna totally surprise you. There's gonna be some things on here you'll probably agree with, but I can tell you right now, number 15 and number 9 are gonna totally surprise you. You're gonna wanna stay tuned throughout the entire video, but number 15 is gonna be great, so stay tuned, guys.
Okay, this should be fun. I'm game.
All right, so the 15 worst things about living in Scottsdale, Arizona, according to ChatGPT. Morgan, are you ready for number 1? He has not seen any of these, so he has no idea what I'm about to say, but we're gonna get his reaction. Number 1, high cost of living. Scottsdale's upscale reputation can be a result in higher housing costs and overall expenses.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, for some people it really is like a big impediment because Scottsdale is an expensive city overall. We do have some affordable housing in that, but it's on the upper end, let's be honest.
Traffic congestion. The city's popularity can lead to traffic congestion, especially during peak tourist seasons.
Now, during peak seasons, this is true also. There's a lot of snowbirds and everything in town, but overall, our traffic is nowhere near as bad as areas of Central Phoenix and other places. So by and large, it's very easy to get around Scottsdale. The streets are wide and well laid out.
Limited public transportation. Similar to Phoenix, public transportation options might be limited.
Okay, now this one's true. If you're used to the subway or light rail or anything else, your really only option is the bus. And if you consider like Uber public transportation, but you're going to be driving quite a little bit. Now, there are some walkability in a few select areas, Old Town, Kierland in the Quarter, but like I said, there are a few select areas. Mostly we're pretty spread out.
We have Waymo that's coming soon. I don't know if it's in Scottsdale yet.
Yeah.
But it's in Phoenix.
Yeah, how much do you trust that AI self-driving car? We'll see.
Just like I don't really trust the ChatGPT worst things about Scottsdale. But all right, number 4, extreme heat. Like the rest of Arizona, Scottsdale experiences scorching temperatures during the summer months.
Yeah, some people don't even realize this, but Scottsdale is really just a suburb of Phoenix, and it 100% gets super hot here in the summer. But the great thing is you're so close to the beach and the mountains. Literally, you can be in Flagstaff and a completely different climate in 2 hours. Prescott, I mean, it's so easy to change the pace and then staycations and all that. And plus, it's 2.5, maybe 3 months of the year on a really hot year.
Yeah, and it gets warm during the summertime, but a lot of people leave during the summer. You go on vacation.
Plus, so many of us love the pool and everything. I mean, I prefer to swim when it's at least 100, 105 out. Temperature-wise, you can get out, dry off real quick. It's just, you kind of learn to love the heat.
Yeah, it actually feels cold when you get out of the pool sometimes.
Correct.
In the summertime. As crazy as that sounds. All right, number 5, water scarcity. The desert environment means water shortages and drought conditions are a concern.
Okay, I mean, yeah, it's a concern, but it's more or less a myth because we live on top of a large underground aquifer. And we pull a lot of water from there. We also have the Central Arizona Project bringing water down from the Colorado. I mean, we're a major metropolitan area. We have a water management issue as far as managing the amount of resources in that versus we're all running out of water and lacking of thirst.
No seasons. The lack of distinct seasons might be a downside for those who enjoy variety in the weather.
Now, this is true. We do have a few. I mean, sometimes it can feel a little like Groundhog Day when it's 72-ish and sunny and not hardly a cloud in the sky, and it's just perfect. Now, we do have we have monsoon season lasts a couple months, and then, some other things, but you are going to miss your weather patterns, but you will celebrate when it rains because it's pretty awesome. It's like a big change of pace.
Yeah, and I also think that having 70-degree weather for most of the year, that's not a bad season.
Yeah, it's a really nice, long, good season.
All right, tourist crowds. The influx of winter visitors can lead to crowded spaces during the peak season. Scottsdale's attraction can become crowded due to its popularity among tourists.
Now, this is pretty much mostly true also. When it comes to golfing or booking, a reservation at a restaurant, from January through April, you've got to plan ahead. You've got to think about it a little bit. There's a lot of people in town. And so when being able to get out and go really easily and on a whim gets a little bit tougher.
All right, we're about halfway through. And before I get to the second half of the list, if you're enjoying this video, hit the like button. All right, now back to the video. Number 8, nightlife noise. Areas with a vibrant nightlife might experience noise issues during the late hours.
I mean, come on. Where else are you gonna go? I promise you, if you're a mile away from Old Town or 2, you're not gonna hear the noise. Now, if you choose to stay at the W, which is right in the heart of the nightlife district, yes, you're gonna hear the bass pump until 1, 2 in the morning. But that's going to be any major city or any major metropolitan area. If you don't want to hear the nightlife, well, just don't go in this pocket.
Yeah, it's a tiny little pocket of all of Scottsdale. So it's kind of funny that ChatGPT put this on here just because Scottsdale is such a big city and they have a small little entertainment district.
Yeah.
That you have to worry about it. So, all right, number 9, monotonous landscape. The desert scenery might feel repetitive to some residents over time.
Now, I get this. You know, we hear it and stuff too. It's a different scenery. If you're used to green grass and rolling hills and green, it's still green. It's just different. You know, it's more of a sage green, but the Sonoran Desert is gorgeous. Sometimes of the year, it's absolutely amazing and super colorful. Yeah, a rock front yard does probably take a little getting used to, but it's not all rock. It's like landscape rock with mix in of bushes and that. It looks very manicured.
And it's not just like it's a flat desert.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you have beautiful mountains all around. It's gorgeous.
Like I said, it's different, but the variety is part of what makes it really nice. And there's so many different plants and different things you can grow here. But it is different. It's not your back east, you know, that green lush canopy during the summer months.
Number 10, limited job diversity. Depending on your field, job options might be more limited compared to larger cities.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say cry foul on this one. I think more and more there's tons of jobs. We have so many new employers that are coming here, you know, from the electronics industry, Taiwan Semiconductor, Apple. I mean, you've got hospitality jobs aplenty. It's really amazing, the diversity. Maybe not as many manufacturing jobs as you'd get in the more Northeast, but still, there's a wide variety of jobs.
Yeah, I was surprised that showed up on ChatGPT. Air quality. Like other parts of Arizona, air pollution levels can vary and impact respiratory health.
Okay. I mean, again, we are, you know, the 5th largest metropolitan area as far as Metro Phoenix in the nation. And so you're going to have a little bit of this, but no way are we anywhere close to like the smog you get in LA or some of the bad, you know, the inversion you get in some winter climates and other, you know, I mean, whatever.
And air pollution is going to be more to like downtown Phoenix, like in the Phoenix area. You're not going to get a lot of air pollution in Scottsdale.
Yeah, and it's just different. I mean, every city, every major metro is going to have, you know, some different pollution. But there's also like amazing areas in the mountains where like the air's incredibly fresh and you never even see it, and you're still in the city basically.
Number 12, lack of greenery. The desert landscape might lack the lushness and green spaces found in other areas.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a little different. There's a lot of cactus, a lot of succulents, different plants and whatnot, and so it's just a change of pace and less green grass. Although we do have some specific neighborhoods where there's tons of grass everywhere. But then others to where it's all desert landscaping.
We've had so many clients over the years that have flown in and were blown away by the fact that we actually had grass and trees and plants, and it actually was very green.
The misconception out there is that, I mean, it is like tumbleweeds blowing and dust and like fully cartoon style Wild Wild West desert.
Number 13, lack of outdoor activities. I can't. It's hard for me to laugh without even getting through this. There are outdoor activities available. The desert environment might not offer the same range of options as other areas with more varied landscapes.
Well, this is amazing because like Scottsdale and Phoenix in general is a completely outdoor city. It's an outdoor town where we spend half of our life outdoors at least. Biking, cycling, running, hiking. I mean, like, even skiing. You guys probably don't know this, but I can drive right now 2 hours north and be skiing this afternoon.
Yeah, we have 2 ski resorts here in Arizona. We have like a ton of lakes that we can go on.
Yeah, 5 reservoirs, all within close proximity to the valley. So we are actually one of the #1 boat ownership, as far as boat ownership per capita, is Metro Phoenix, and it's because of our reservoirs.
Number 14, critters and insects. Being in the desert, there is a presence of various critters and insects.
I mean, this is like yes and no. Not really. I mean, we say it all the time. Arizona is not very buggy during a lot of times of the year. That's what allows us to have these huge multi-slide doors and indoor-outdoor living because it's perfect out and in. But yeah, the drier climate, it makes it a little less buggy. Definitely no like Florida-style bugs, but we do have our occasional insects.
Number 15, limited water recreation. The absence of nearby lakes or oceans can limit water-based recreational activities.
Again, I've got to cry foul. Now, of course, I do look at Florida, amazing, ocean and everything. But here, like I said, we have 5 reservoirs that are all within about 40 minutes of various parts of the valley, very close. And there's amazing boating. It's year-round. I mean, you're out there year-round, water skiing, kayaking, you name it. There's like a ton of great options.
Well, it sounds like according to ChatGPT, some of these are real. Some of these are things that might be a concern of yours. Others, not so much.
Yeah, I would say so. I think the number one thing is you have to understand, I mean, we are a different culture and climate than you may be used to, but it's amazing here and there's so many great things to love. It's all a trade-off. There's some pros and cons no matter what, no matter where you grew up. And I'm sure if you look around at your hometown, you're going to find some pros and cons too. We just happen to think the pros really outweigh any of the cons.
100%. And just as a friendly reminder, if you are new to the channel and you'd like to know everything there is about living in Scottsdale, Arizona and the surrounding cities, subscribe.
Tap the bell for notifications. I mean, we're putting out new videos multiple times a week. And so you really want to be the first to know whenever we do these type of videos, market updates. We are keeping you updated and informed of Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, and all things Metro Phoenix.